missiles over Tel Aviv, B-2 bombers over Tehran, and tonight, no ceasefire in sight. Good evening, I'm Talia Carter, and this is a breaking news special report. What began as a targeted military operation has exploded into one of the most dangerous conflicts the Middle East has ever seen. Tonight, the war between the United States, Israel, and Iran enters its 7th consecutive day, and both sides are escalating, not retreating. President Trump is demanding nothing less than Iran's total surrender. Tehran is telling Washington, "Bring your ground troops, we're ready." And in the middle of it all, oil prices are spiking, tens of thousands of flights have been grounded, and Russia is quietly helping Iran find American ships. Here is everything you need to know right now. Tonight, airstrikes rained down on multiple locations across Iran for the 7th straight day. In central Tehran, a military academy was targeted in early morning strikes. Residential areas near Tehran University were also hit, along with reports that 2 schools were struck in the bombardment. In the western province of Loristan, Israeli missile strikes targeted residential zones, injuring at least 6 civilians. Videos circulating on social media show massive explosions, towering flames, and thick black smoke rising from an Iranian airbase following the latest round of attacks. Meanwhile, Israeli forces continued relentless bombing across Lebanon, hitting Beirut and surrounding regions with full intensity, showing no signs of slowing down. United States Central Command is painting a picture of overwhelming military dominance. Admiral Brad Cooper announced today that American B-2 stealth bombers have dropped dozens of 2,000-pound bombs on underground Iranian missile launch sites. According to CENTCOM, those strikes have resulted in a 90% reduction in Iran's missile attack capability and an 83% reduction in drone strikes compared to day one of the conflict. The U.S. also claims to have destroyed 30 Iranian naval vessels, including at least 1 drone carrier ship. But Iran is fighting back. Despite the heavy bombardment, Iran has continued its retaliatory campaign with striking effectiveness. Iranian forces launched missiles at Tel Aviv, with at least 1 breaking through Israel's air defense systems and detonating in the city center, causing a massive explosion and what witnesses described as severe damage. Ben Gurion International Airport, Israel's main international gateway, was also struck. Israeli media confirmed the hit. Cluster munitions were observed over western Jerusalem. The port city of Haifa was also targeted. Beyond Israel's borders, Iran launched strikes against American military bases in Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Kuwait, the UAE, and Jordan. An extraordinary regional escalation that has put U.S. allies in the crossfire. And in a stunning intelligence development, The Washington Post reports tonight that Russia is actively feeding Iran real-time intelligence on the locations of American warships and aircraft, effectively helping Tehran aim its missiles at U.S. forces. The political dimension of this war is just as explosive as the battlefield. President Donald Trump declared today, in blunt terms, that there will be no deal with Iran, quote, "only surrender." Trump claimed that Iranian officials had reached out seeking negotiations. He told them, "It's too late." Tehran fired back immediately. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi denied making any contact, stating Iran has not requested a ceasefire or negotiations of any kind. He went further, warning that if the United States deploys ground troops, it would be, and we quote, "a major catastrophe for America." Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian echoed the defiance, saying Iran is committed to peace, but will defend its sovereignty without hesitation. He urged the international community to hold those who ignited the fire accountable. The economic fallout from this war is being felt in every corner of the world. Oil prices have surged 25%, now trading at $93 per barrel. Gas prices have spiked more than 60% in a single week. Qatar's energy minister, Saad Al-Kaabi, issued a stark warning today. If this war continues and the Strait of Hormuz is closed, oil could hit $150 per barrel. That would mean a potential halt of 20% of the world's entire oil and gas supply, triggering what experts are calling an inflation storm of historic proportions. In response, the Trump administration has granted India a 30-day emergency waiver to purchase Russian crude oil, a dramatic reversal of U.S. energy sanctions policy aimed at keeping global markets from collapsing entirely. Aviation has been devastated. Over 23,000 flights have been canceled across the region. Thousands of passengers are stranded at Dubai Airport, now experiencing its worst crisis since the COVID-19 pandemic. The Middle East tourism industry, valued at $367 billion annually, faces losses estimated between $34 and $56 billion this year alone. Tonight, despite all the destruction, reports from inside Tehran describe a city that has not descended into panic. CNN journalists on the ground say there are no widespread food shortages, and residents, though shaken, have not fled en masse. But the question everyone is asking tonight is this: how far does this go? 9 days in, no ceasefire, no talks, a superpower demanding surrender, a nation refusing to yield, and a world economy holding its breath. We will continue monitoring all developments and bring you the latest as this story unfolds. I'm Talia Carter. Stay with us.